B105, it's a Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren, and actually someone else now. We have Dr. Lori.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
We're doing good. Nice to have you in here. Now,
thank you.
You're down at the Arrowhead Home and Builders show.
I know, it's a great show.
Yeah,
fantastic.
We've been talking about this just before we went on the air, but first off, you're an antique appraiser. You're a doctor.
I am the antique appraiser,
Sorry,
kiddo.
okay.
America's appraiser. Yes, I am a doctor. Yeah, I have a PhD in art and antiques from Penn State, where I was also on the faculty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And you've been on TV too. You're a big star. You've been on the Curse of Oak Island and some Discovery Channel's Auction Kings.
I am the artifacts appraiser for History Channel's #1 TV show, The Curse of Oak Island, which has been so much fun. It traces the 222-year-long running treasure hunt. The longest one on record. So they've been digging on that island a long, long time. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
and then, so you do a live show.
I do.
And that's going on today. The first one's at 11. Let me look at
11, 3, and 7 today.
Well, it's good that you know when they are.
11, 3, and 7 tomorrow. And there's one show on Sunday. But free appraisals I'll be doing as part of my interactive funny show. And what we'll do is give you the free appraisals. I'll identify your objects. I'll teach you all kinds of insider tips about antiquing, how to sell for top dollar online, all those kinds of things. And we'll have some fun. I always say I break some hearts, I make some millionaires.
Yeah, you don't seem like you kind of pull any punches on any of this.
No.
You tell
if
it
you
how
have
it
junk, I tell you it's junk. So, and some people have junk, but you can learn from the junk too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything cool come into Duluth so far? Because you've already done a couple shows.
Yeah, actually, we had some cool stuff. We had a wonderful painting. First, we had a couple over the evenings, because the home show started off with evening hours. So we had a couple of wonderful paintings. I had a Rembrandt print last night, which was really good. That print was from the 1800s, but it was a restrike is what it's called. So it's a reprint of one from the 1640s. A real Rembrandt. It was wonderful. Yeah, that was a great piece. And then we had a woman drove 4 hours from the other part of Minnesota to, in fact, bring in a Remington, a Frederick Remington sculpture, and it was authentic.
Really?
It was the real thing. And that piece was quite valuable. So we've had some fun. So as I said, some pieces have really high values. And then, I had a couple skeleton keys last night that weren't all that valuable, but were fun. And people brought in a mechanical bank from the 1960s, one of those sort of the moon race mechanical banks with a rocket, so that's fun when you put in the coin and you hit it and all of a sudden.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So we've had some good stuff, and I'm sure we'll have some more. People can bring down anything they like. It's one free per person. There's a limit. There's an opportunity for a free appraisal at each show. There's a limit at each show, but you know what? There's no standing in line. If you want to bring something big, Dr. Lori, I want you to look at this sofa, but we can't bring it to the home show. Bring me a photograph.
You can tell from a photograph. Wow.
Yeah, I can tell you from photos.
How do you keep track of all this? It's not like you're talking about everything.
No kids, no husband. All I do is run around the country and appraise. No, antiques. That is true, but basically I keep track of it because I do it all the time.
Right.
I evaluate about 20,000 objects a year at more than 150 events, and I've been doing that for 20 years, and that was after a university and museum career.
Holy cow.
Because I'm only 26, though. I was started at 4,
Yeah,
But interestingly enough, Ken, I have to say that it's been a lot of fun. And I love to hear, America's stories. So I've heard the family heirloom stories down the road, and we see wonderful pieces in different parts of the country. So
is that what you kind of like about the antiques? Is there's a history that goes with these objects?
Yeah, they talk about Ancestry.com. People are, I'm tracking my ancestry. Well, I've been tracking people's ancestry through their objects for years and years. Someone comes in and goes, I know that teapot is from Boston. And I'm looking at it going, this teapot was made in Baltimore. Oh, yeah, the other side of the family's from Baltimore. Okay, now we're going to hone in on this, But a lot of fun. And my audience is part of the show. So people will come and tell their stories, and it's really a lot of fun. And people can learn from everybody else's objects. There's no waiting in line. And what's nice about it is you have, an actual opportunity to ask the questions of a true expert. I don't buy or sell antiques, so you're going to get an honest, accurate appraisal.
Okay, and whether you want to hear it or not.
Well, whether you want to hear it or not, right? And most people really do want the truth. They don't want somebody who says, oh, I know you've got a $10 million piece. I'm going to give you $20 for it.
Right.
Because that's what some appraisers do. So you got to be careful.
Last thing I want to ask is, so part of the show is that you ask why you should not host a yard sale because we're coming up in, yard sale season.
Yeah, I always say shop yard sales, shop auctions, but don't sell at auctions or yard sales.
You probably heard some horror stories of something going away over the years.
3.5. Here's 3 horror stories. $3.5 million Chippendale table that sold for $35 at a yard sale in New Jersey. Wow. $425,000 painting that sold for $18 at a yard sale in California that now hangs in the Houston Art Museum.
Oops.
That's how good it was. And then the third one was when I found a $5,000 diamond ring at a yard sale and told the yard sale host, "You want to bring this back in the house?" And that woman argued with me. She said, "It's $10 firm." I'm like, "Are you kidding? I'm trying to help you."
Oh, my gosh.
So don't host a yard sale. Go out and shop those yard sales. And come to my show at the Arrowhead Home and Builder Show because I'm going to teach you what to look for.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. You know, after meeting you, I mean, it's got to be a heck of a show, you know?
It's a wonderful show, and I thank you.
All right, today, 11, 3, and 7. That's same for tomorrow, 11, 3, and 7. And then also you do a Sunday show at 1 o'clock. So we'll see you down there. Thanks so much, Dr. Lori.
Thanks so much.
All right, it's Zach Brown Band now and Toes on B105.